Today we're a little offset in the studio because we have a little work going on in here, but we're still going to get the video done. Whew. I actually couldn't wait because I was expecting this in 2 days and it actually came 2 days early. So I'm excited and decided we're not going to wait because we're excited and we want to get this opened and, see what we have. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not, then you probably know that I recently had an issue with my Elite bow and was considering other manufacturer options. Well, today not my replacement bow, but my new bow has arrived, and this is it. So here it is, just dropped on my doorstep less than an hour ago, and here we are, my new bow from APA Archery. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. Now, literally, this bow just arrived, so I haven't opened it. I'm excited to see what we have. So I've done a lot of reviews on this company, and they're a great company, great customer service, and that was part of the reason I chose to pick up a new bow from them. The other reason was because they have ridiculously light and fast bows. Okay, so I wanted to do a legit, full in-depth review of this bow. I showed you guys when I received the bow, and I cut it short because I want to know what I'm talking about when I relay this to you guys. As you saw in the previous video, it was all new to me. It was the first thing, but now I have some time with the bow, and I'm going to go over the things about this bow. So first, we'll talk about the size. This is the Black Mamba 29. When I took it out the box, right away, I'm like, looks like a little toy. Okay, so if you got a complex, this bow isn't for you because it's small. But when you shoot it, you will see like it packs a punch. But I'm just going to show you um, how it compares in size to my Elite Ethos. So this is the Elite Ethos in it's 32 axle to axle, and then the Black Mamba is 29 axle to axle, but it looks like a huge difference if you can see that. Um, and if you guys saw my last video, I decided to keep the Ethos, but it's all in the comments. We're not here to talk about that one right now. We're here to talk about this one. So if you guys know anything about APA bows, then you will know the biggest things about these bows are the IBO, the ratings on these. They're like high, top notch, nothing really compares. And then it comes with the tools where you have your broadhead tool, and then your nock tool, and then your knife sharpener, all built into the bow, which is, for me, I like it. It's less things you have to carry, in your gear. So that makes it a lot easier. Not only that, you don't have to go digging around in your gear to find these tools because they're right here. Now, another thing is the fangs for your hanger. If you hang it up in the tree, you don't have to worry about how you hang it. Just hang it right there on a branch and you're good to go. Another thing is, oh man, I'm trying to remember it all. So you have micro tune to fix your cam timing. It works really good. Almost forgot the carry handle. So with that said, so you see the significant size difference between these bows, but what you don't see is the weight difference. I mean, this thing, when I picked this up, I'm like I didn't realize how heavy that was until I picked this up. So when I'm thinking of, we're here in California and it's a lot of hauling, backpacking, nothing's really close range. So we're often carrying these bows quite a while, and that's what I considered when I picked up the compact 29-inch bow. Is how much easier is it going to be to haul around? And I mean, like I said, as you can see how compact it is, it's very compact. But not only compact, it's very lightweight. Now, weight wise, I know they're not, I know that's not twice as heavy as this, but if you compare them, it feels that way. I mean, it's a significant difference. So for me, that's a big plus. Now, another thing, if you know APA bows, you don't need a bow press, to do anything on this bow, which is a big plus. I love that feature because I can sit, I can sit on my couch and do some tuning. You know what I mean? I don't have to be in here with my bow press, pressing the bow and adjusting my strings, my timing, whatever it is. With this, it's very simple. You have your pin right here. It's always stored in the bow. And, you basically just pull your strings just like that. And you can do like that right there. And you can make adjustments right there. You see? So, and then if you need to make the adjustment over here, same thing. Do it. So now if you want to remove your strings or make an adjustment to your string, it works the opposite way. I'm not going to demonstrate it because it's easier to do it on the ground, but basically you would put the bow upside down, grab the handle, put your foot on the string, pull at it, and lock it in. And then you're able to do whatever you need to. Then you're able to do whatever you need to with your strings. So, you know, that's why this bow is amazing. One of a few of the reasons why it's amazing because you don't need tools. And if you're in the field and your strings are bad, your timing's off, anything, you basically do anything you need to in the field to make sure you have a successful hunt. Um, you know, Making that kill shots on you, but having the ability to make a proper kill shot, APA takes care of that for you. And I almost forgot to mention the shift tune technology. If you're not familiar with it, if you are getting a right tear, you just loosen up your strings and you move your cam strings over to the right to fix that right tear. And do it on both ends. And it's as simple as that. Uh, it's quick and easy, like you said. Take the pin out, pull it, lock it, move it over to the next ring over in the direction of the tear. So I actually, when I ordered this one, I ordered their Twister 360 drop away arrow rest. I mainly ordered that because Backyard Bows, put a lot of emphasis on how much he liked it, and I figured I'd give it a go. And I have to agree with him. I love it. On the Ethos, I'm running the QAD MX2, which is, it's a nice drop away rest once you get it tuned properly. But this one is nice. It's simple, easy to tune, not much to it, and it works as it should. Now, when APA sent this bow to me, they sent it in my proper draw length. But if you need to make adjustments, you'll see on the limb, they have all the information you need to make adjustments to your draw length. And when I say your draw length, you look at the cams, you'll see there's lettering, and those letters show you where you need to set it up in order to get the draw length you're looking for. Okay. So now, in all honesty, when I pulled this bow out of the box and took a few shots at it, my emotions were mixed, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you've seen any other videos on this bow or on the APA bows, you'll see that they have quite an aggressive draw cycle. Um, and for me, I don't, you know, I don't like to be swayed by things like that. I'm like, I'll manhandle it. I'll do it. I'll do it. And when it actually came down to it, and I was hitting those draw cycles and pulling that string, and I was just thinking, when I go out with this bow, I'll be out there for hours, hitting the target bow. And right away, I was like, I can't do that with this bow. And that was a huge concern for me. So, my whole thing was, yes, it's lightweight, yes, it's compact, but I can't get the practice. And how is am I going to give myself away when I go to draw on my animal? So, at that point, I reached out to APA and I was like, what? So let's go here. APA has a test drive program if you do not have an APA dealer in your location, which here in Southern California, we do not. So they sent me the bow out. Um, you do purchase it ahead. They'll send it out. If you're not happy with it, you have like a 5-day test period from the time you receive it. If you're not happy with it, you can send it back for a refund or exchange it for a different bow if you'd like. The choice is up to you. So my test drive period had come to an end. So I said, let me reach out to APA and let them know, I love the bow, but I can't do it. The draw cycle is just too aggressive for me. And so, this is all via text message. And that's just how I've been communicating with APA from the beginning. And it's just been smooth, quick, and easy. And so the response was, okay, give us a call. So I give them a call and I end up speaking with Naval himself. And, he wants to know what exactly it is that I do not like about the bow. Um, and so I explained to him. He says, okay, don't give up on the bow yet. This is a great bow and it has adjustability. So what he told me was this bow is set for 70 pounds, but if you turn these limbs, so he said turn the limb out, you know, one and a half, two rotations and try it out then. Um, and so I did that. And at one and a half, it was a huge difference. I was like, oh man. And so he said or two. So I said, well, he said or two. So let's go on and crank it back 2 turns out. And I did it to 2 turns out. And honestly, I think the 2 turns out was like my sweet spot. And it makes a huge difference on how this bow pulls and dumps into the valley, etc. So you'll see when I take the shots. Shooting this bow with 2 turns out on the limb, and mind you, at 1.5 turns out, you're dropping the weight from 70 pounds to about 65 pounds. And so 2 full turns, you're probably at 62 and a half pounds. Okay, so, um, but I mean, it still packs a punch. Um, and you'll see the difference in my draw. I mean, it's just so much easier. And at full 70, I mean, there is a hard valley on the pull. Like you go and you pull it, and I mean, it is hard all the way in, and then you hit the valley, and it's just like a hard hit in the valley. And I mean, going through that, I was just like, there's no way I'm going to be consistent with this bow and just be able to shoot it, you know, hours on hand to get good with it. Uh, but like I said, after speaking to him, he told me wind it out 2 times, 1.5, 2 times, and it made a huge difference, and it has changed my decision. Now he's very open. He doesn't want to, he wants you to know what you have and the capabilities of it. And so, before you send it back, he's going to try to show you that this bow is capable and it could be very comfortable, you know and he'll run you through all the adjustments you can make to make it a better fit for you. And if at that point it still just doesn't work for you, send it back and get your money back, or try a longer ATA bow, or whatever you want to do. The choice is yours. But Um, he definitely wants to make sure you understand how adjustable the bow is and how you can tune it to fit you um, better. So, with that said, that's where we're at, and uh, I love the bow. Um, for me, I still have to, I still have to get over, the micro bow complex because I mean, like I said, this bow is miniature. It is small. It is compact. But when it comes down to it, you know, whoever looks at your bow and says, "Oh my God, you got your kid's bow out there," and then they see you shoot the arrow out of this bad boy, then they're gonna understand what's really going on. So that's if you're worried about the next person and what they have to say. If you're not, then grab your bow. Be happy that you got a nice lightweight bow, nice compact bow that'll pack a punch and take down whatever you're going for. So and if you guys saw my last video where I kind of had a complaint about um, Elite's customer service, uh, and I said I found a different company. There are a few people that commented that knew it was going to be APA. APA's customer service is amazing. It is great. They're real good. This is just the beginning, so I have no long-term review about their customer service or their bow. But like I said, I've had people who known them for a while and had comments on my last video, you know, knowing that's the bow company I was talking about just because of their reputation. So I don't think it's a short term thing. I think they've earned their reputation, and it's a well known reputation in the archery industry. So if, if you have an APA dealer in your neck of the woods, go check it out. Like I said, if you pull, you draw, and it feels too aggressive with you, ask them to turn the limbs in and drop the weight a little bit and try it again, because I guarantee it makes a huge difference. And again, if you don't have an APA dealer in your neighborhood, reach out directly to APA and have a bow sent out to you. Worst case, you try it, don't like it, send it back, get your money back. Best case, you end up with a nice bow, lightweight, hard punch packing, compact bow. Now, I will tell you some things I did not consider when I ordered the bow. I was just excited to, be ordering and trying to hurry up and get the ball rolling. There are options for this bow that you can buy for it. So, go through go through the website and look for accessories, because there's lots of accessories that go on. And being from Canada, it took a little while for me to get the bow. Not too bad, but definitely a little longer than getting it here in the States. So if you don't want to have to deal with that wait, make sure you order all that together. If you guys found this video helpful, a thumbs up would be appreciated. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the next one, Into the Outdoors.